As lockdowns are lifted and loosened, there is much talk of getting back to normal. While we are all hoping for normalcy in our lives and businesses, there is a question on everyone's lips. Will the COVID-19 pandemic result in a new normal? Some of the opinion that a new normal is being deployed almost as a way to quell any uncertainty ushered in by the pandemic. On May 4th, 2020, commercial activities resumed in Abuja, Lagos and Ogun State respectively, after stringent measures have been imposed by the government to curb any further spread of the virus. Businesses, car parks, shops and street hawkers sprung back to action with all hope to restabilize the economy and boost revenue.
The reality is not how big you are that matter. What matters most is that how can you respond to change? Because if you look at strategy, the major key ingredient of strategy is your ability to be able to respond to the changing business environment. In the sense that they now need to automate their business processes in a way and manner that it will respond to the change that we have at this particular point in time.
Small and medium-scale enterprises are the backbone of the Nigerian economy, accounted for 48% of our national gross domestic product, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. CEOs and entrepreneurs in the business sector express delight in returning to business as usual and earning a living. On the contrary, some employers of labor are still cautious, asking employees to continue to work from home, which may lead to downsizing.
From the look of things, I think it's slow but steady. But the reality is that with a matter of time, everybody will surely come back to their normal process. If you look at it, most organizations are down and some are laying off their staff. There is reduction in salaries and some organizations are actually putting their staff on rotation or probably shift because of the social distance and physical distance rule that is in place. So it's still negative, and I think a lot needs to be done, most especially for organizations that have to lay off their staff. Talking about salary reductions too is also a key factor too as well, because it will actually affect the disposable income of the individuals that their salaries have been dictated, and we see the way inflation is going up for mostly for essential commodities like consumables, because people have to eat and they have to feed their families. So it's a high level of concern for the government to see what we can do that this menace can actually be corrected. So the reality is that they just still have to abide by the rules and make sure that the necessary precautions are put in place whenever their customers come for their service, because they have low level of traffic of people that are coming for their service at every particular point in time.
Okay, so they can control.
It's something that is controllable if they really abide by the rules and procedures that have been stipulated or put in place.
Tomorrow's business world looks radically different from today's. However, one thing is certain: our micro entrepreneurs and small businesses can become a harnessed economic force if we make the concerted efforts to empower them.
Some organizations already have plan of automating their business processes, maybe 2 or 3 years power before now. But COVID will force them to implement those plans now, whether they like it or not. And that is one of the good side of it, because if you look at it now in terms of efficiency, is low, because now operating cost is low. If I need to meet a customer on a normal day, I will have to drive down to that customer's office to have that meeting. But I know that this can be done via Zoom and via other internet platform. Me going to the customer's place to do a meeting is a cost is attached, because I have to pump fuel, I have to use my car, is a capital consumption. If I calculate that cost and I calculate the cost it will take me to just sit in my office and still have the same meeting and still get the same result, then we can see that there's a high level of efficiency in that process. So to cut it short, I think what really needs to be done is how can we respond to the change? It has happened. What can we do? Then every business now need to look into their business architecture. They need to look into their business model canvas, see how they can make sure that their input factor is being stretched to ensure that they get the best and to facilitate their transactional process in getting their output to their particular client. So they just have to look at their business processes, what can be done in reality to the change that is on ground.
Many believe that the new normal must not be the lens through which we examine our changing world. We should use our discomfort to forge a new paradigm.